Hey there, you looking kinda cute. Please consider subscribing and check out our Patreon for more. Enjoy the video. Streetlights flickered to life, casting a warm glow over the neighborhood's Halloween decorations. Inside a cozy apartment, laughter echoed through the rooms as a couple prepared for the night's festivities. "Come on, babe, we're gonna be late," a woman's voice called out, tinged with excitement and impatience. "Just a sec, this costume's giving me trouble," came the muffled reply from behind a closed door. The woman, already dressed in a picture-perfect Mickey Mouse costume, complete with oversized yellow shoes and white gloves, tapped her foot rhythmically against the hardwood floor. Her dark hair was styled into 2 round ears atop her head, and her face painted with exaggerated features to match the iconic cartoon character. "Need any help in there?" she asked, a hint of concern creeping into her voice. The door creaked open slowly, revealing her boyfriend's sheepish expression. He stood there, red-faced and visibly uncomfortable, wearing a polka-dotted dress, white tights, and a pair of dainty yellow heels. A large bow adorned the top of his head, completing the unmistakable Minnie Mouse ensemble. We might have a problem," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. His girlfriend's eyes widened in surprise, then crinkled with amusement as she fought back a laugh. "Oh my God, what happened?" "I think there was a mix-up with the costumes," he explained, tugging at the hem of the dress. "This is definitely not Mickey." She couldn't contain her giggles any longer. "You think? You look adorable, though." He shot her a look that was equal parts exasperation and embarrassment. "This isn't funny. We need to switch costumes." All right, she said, composing herself. "Let's get you out of that and into the right outfit." But as he turned around, revealing the back of the dress, another problem became apparent. The zipper was stuck, refusing to budge no matter how hard they tried. "It's no use," he sighed after several minutes of struggle. "The zipper's completely jammed. I can't get it off." His girlfriend bit her lip, considering their options. "Well, we could skip the party." "No way," he interrupted. "You've been looking forward to this for weeks. We can't miss it because of a wardrobe malfunction." "So what do you want to do?" she asked, raising an eyebrow. He took a deep breath, steeling himself for what he was about to say. "I guess I'll just have to go as Minnie." Her eyes lit up with surprise and admiration. "Are you sure? You don't have to if you're not comfortable." "I'm sure," he nodded, though his voice wavered slightly. "It's Halloween, right? The whole point is to dress up as something you're not." She beamed at him, planting a kiss on his cheek. "You're the best, you know that. And for what it's worth, you make a pretty cute Minnie." He rolled his eyes, but couldn't help smiling. Yeah. Let's just get this over with." As they made their way to the car, he couldn't shake the feeling of vulnerability that came with wearing a dress and tights. The cool night air nipped at his exposed legs, sending a shiver up his spine. He wobbled slightly in the unfamiliar heels, grateful for his girlfriend's steadying hand on his arm. "You okay?" she asked, noticing his discomfort. "Yeah, just not used to walking in these things," he replied, gesturing to the shoes. She gave his hand a reassuring squeeze. "You're doing great. Just take it slow." The drive to the party was filled with nervous energy. He fidgeted in his seat, constantly adjusting the dress and bow. His girlfriend kept glancing over, a mix of concern and amusement on her face. "You know, you really do look good," she said, breaking the silence. "The dress suits you." He scoffed, but felt a strange flutter in his stomach at her words. "Thanks, I guess. But don't get any ideas. This is a one-time thing." As they pulled up to the party venue, a converted warehouse decked out in Disney-themed decorations, his anxiety spiked. The parking lot was already full of costumed partygoers, many of them in elaborate Disney character outfits. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea, he muttered, hesitating to open the car door. His girlfriend reached over, placing a comforting hand on his knee. "Hey, look at me. You've got this. It's just a costume, and nobody here knows you anyway. Let's just have fun, okay?" He nodded, taking a deep breath to calm his nerves. Okay, let's do this. As they stepped out of the car, he was immediately aware of the eyes on him. A group of women dressed as Disney princesses walked by, giving him appreciative looks and complimenting his costume. "Oh my gosh, you two look so cute together," one of them gushed, her Cinderella gown sparkling under the streetlights. He mumbled a thank you, feeling his face heat up under the makeup. His girlfriend, sensing his discomfort, quickly ushered them towards the entrance. Inside, the party was in full swing. The warehouse had been transformed into a magical Disney wonderland, with different sections representing various movies and theme park attractions. Music from classic Disney songs filled the air, competing with the chatter and laughter of the guests. "Wow, they really went all out," he remarked, momentarily forgetting his embarrassment as he took in the impressive decorations. His girlfriend nodded enthusiastically. "I know, right? Come on, let's get a drink and check everything out." They made their way to the bar, weaving through crowds of princesses, villains, and animated characters. He was acutely aware of the swish of his dress with each step, the unfamiliar sensation both unsettling and oddly thrilling. At the bar, the bartender, dressed as Goofy, did a double take when he approached. "What can I get for you, ladies?" he asked, then quickly corrected himself. "I mean, lady and gentleman?" "2 beers, please," his girlfriend ordered, stifling a laugh at the bartender's confusion. As they waited for their drinks, a boisterous group of men dressed as the 7 dwarfs stumbled up to the bar. One of them, wearing a dopey hat, sidled up next to him. "Hey there, Minnie," the man slurred, giving him an exaggerated wink. "Where's Mickey? Did he leave you all alone?" Before he could respond, his girlfriend stepped in, wrapping an arm around his waist. "I'm right here," she said, her voice low and playful. "And Minnie's not alone." The dwarf's eyes widened in surprise, then understanding. Oh man, I'm sorry, dude. Killer costume, though." As the group moved away, he let out a breath he didn't realize he'd been holding. "Thanks for the save," he murmured to his girlfriend. She grinned, handing him his beer. "Anytime, Minnie. Now, shall we explore?" They spent the next hour wandering through the various themed areas, marveling at the attention to detail in the decorations and the creativity of the other guests' costumes. Despite his initial discomfort, he found himself starting to relax and enjoy the party. In the Haunted Mansion section, they posed for photos with other guests, laughing as they tried to mimic the poses of the famous stretching portraits. He was surprised to find that many people complimented him on his costume, some even asking for tips on how to pull off such a convincing cross-dress look. "You're a natural at this," his girlfriend teased as they walked away from a particularly enthusiastic group of admirers. He rolled his eyes but couldn't help smiling. "Don't get used to it. I'm still counting down the minutes until I can get out of these heels." As they made their way to the It's a Small World area, complete with a miniature boat ride and international-themed decorations, an announcement came over the speakers. "Attention Disney fans, the costume contest will begin in 15 minutes. All participants, please make your way to the main stage area." His girlfriend's eyes lit up with excitement. "Oh, we have to enter! Come on! It'll be fun!" He hesitated, suddenly self-conscious again. "I don't know. I'm not sure I want to draw any more attention to myself." She pouted playfully, batting her eyelashes at him. "Please? For me, we make such a cute Mickey and Minnie couple." Unable to resist her pleading look, he sighed in defeat. "Fine, but if we don't win, you owe me big time." They joined the throng of costumed guests heading towards the main stage. The excitement in the air was palpable, with friends hyping each other up and last-minute adjustments being made to elaborate outfits. As they waited in line to register, he found himself fidgeting nervously with his dress again. His girlfriend noticed and gave his hand a reassuring squeeze. "You look amazing," she whispered. "Just relax and have fun with it." He nodded, trying to channel some of her confidence. When it was their turn to sign up, the volunteer at the registration table, dressed as Mary Poppins, beamed at them. "Oh, what a darling couple's costume. You two are absolutely adorable," she gushed, jotting down their names. "Good luck in the contest." As they took their place among the other contestants, he couldn't help but notice the variety of costumes around them. There were several other Disney couples, Aladdin and Jasmine, Belle and the Beast, even a creative pairing of Moana and Maui. But none had quite the same twist as their Mickey and Minnie ensemble. The contest began with each couple or individual taking a turn on the catwalk, showing off their costumes to the cheering crowd and panel of judges. As they waited for their turn, his nervousness grew. "I don't know if I can do this," he muttered to his girlfriend, feeling a cold sweat breaking out under his costume. She turned to face him, her eyes serious behind her Mickey makeup. "Listen to me. You've been amazing all night. You took a potentially embarrassing situation and turned it into something fun. You're confident, you're gorgeous, and you're going to rock this catwalk. Okay?" Her words bolstered his courage, and he nodded firmly. "Okay, let's show them what Mickey and Minnie are made of." When their names were called, they strode onto the catwalk hand in hand. The spotlights were blinding, and the crowd's cheers were deafening. For a moment, he felt frozen, overwhelmed by the attention. But then his girlfriend gave his hand a gentle tug, and they began their routine. They had quickly practiced a few poses and moves while waiting in line, and now they executed them with surprising grace. He twirled, letting the polka-dotted skirt flare out around him. His girlfriend dipped him low, eliciting whoops and applause from the audience. As they struck their final pose, him perched daintily on one heel, blowing a kiss to the crowd while his girlfriend stood protectively beside him, the room erupted in cheers. As they left the stage, he felt a rush of adrenaline and an unexpected sense of pride. "That was actually kind of fun," he admitted, breathless from the excitement. His girlfriend beamed at him. "See, I told you. You were amazing up there." They joined the other contestants off stage, chatting and complimenting each other's costumes as they waited for the results. The energy was electric, everyone buzzing with anticipation. Finally, the host, dressed as Walt Disney himself, took to the stage with an envelope in hand. "Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the judges have made their decision. In third place, we have Aladdin and Jasmine." The crowd cheered as the couple in question made their way to the stage to accept their prize. "In second place, Ursula and her tentacles." A impressively crafted Ursula costume with mechanical tentacles received a round of applause as they claimed their award. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The grand prize winners of this year's Disney Halloween costume contest are... The host paused for dramatic effect, the silence in the room palpable. "Mickey and Minnie Mouse!" For a moment, he stood frozen in shock. His girlfriend let out a squeal of delight, grabbing his arm and practically dragging him towards the stage. As they climbed the steps, the host's eyes widened in surprise, then appreciation. "Well, well, looks like we have a twist on the classic Mickey and Minnie. Congratulations to you both. Your creativity and commitment to your costumes truly embody the Disney spirit." They were presented with a large trophy and a pair of tickets for a Disney cruise. As they posed for photos, he found himself grinning genuinely, caught up in the excitement of the win. After the contest, they were swarmed by other partygoers offering congratulations and asking for photos. He was surprised to find that he didn't mind the attention as much as he thought he would. In fact, there was something oddly liberating about being in this costume, about the anonymity it provided. As the party began to wind down, his girlfriend suggested they hit up a nearby bar to celebrate their win. Despite his initial hesitation, he agreed, riding the high of their unexpected victory. The bar was dimly lit and packed with other Halloween revelers. As they squeezed their way to the counter, he couldn't help but notice the looks they were getting, some confused, some appreciative, some openly admiring. "What can I get for you two?" the bartender asked, eyeing their costumes with amusement. "2 victory shots," his girlfriend declared, holding up the trophy with pride. As they clinked their glasses together, he caught his reflection in the mirror behind the bar. The Minnie Mouse makeup was slightly smudged, the bow a little askew, but he was surprised to find that he didn't look ridiculous. There was something almost pretty about his appearance. A group of women at a nearby table waved them over, complimenting their costumes and asking about the trophy. As they chatted, he found himself slipping into the role of Minnie more comfortably than he expected. He affected a higher pitch to his voice, adopted more feminine gestures, and even found himself giggling at jokes in a way he never would have normally. His girlfriend watched him with a mix of surprise and delight, clearly enjoying this new side of him. As the night wore on and the drinks flowed, he felt a strange sense of freedom in this costume. It was as if, by dressing as someone else entirely, he was free to explore aspects of himself he'd never considered before. At one point, a slow song came on, and his girlfriend pulled him onto the small dance floor. As they swayed together, her arms around his waist, he leaned in close. "Thank you," he murmured. She looked up at him, curious. "For what?" "For convincing me to go through with this, for supporting me, for everything, really." She smiled softly, reaching up to adjust his bow. "You're welcome. You know, you make a pretty great Minnie." As the night came to a close and they prepared to head home, he found himself feeling a complex mix of emotions. There was relief that the evening was over and he could soon change out of the costume, but also a strange sense of reluctance. He'd experienced something entirely new tonight, stepping out of his comfort zone in a way he never had before. In the car, as his girlfriend drove them home, he gazed out the window, lost in thought. The streets were quiet now, the Halloween festivities winding down. He caught his reflection in the side mirror, Minnie Mouse staring back at him, a little worse for wear after a night of partying, but still unmistakably feminine. "Any for your thoughts?" his girlfriend asked, glancing over at him. He turned to her, a small smile playing on his lips. "Just processing everything, I guess. It's been a wild night." She nodded, reaching over to squeeze his hand. "That it has. You were incredible, you know. The way you handled everything, how you just embraced it. I'm really proud of you." Her words warmed him, and he felt a surge of affection for her. "Thanks. I couldn't have done it without you." As they pulled up to their apartment, a thought occurred to him. "You know, we never did figure out what happened to the real Mickey costume." His girlfriend laughed as she put the car in park. "True, maybe Mickey decided he wanted to try being Minnie for a night, too." He chuckled at the idea, then paused, a slight frown creasing his brow. "Hey, do you think we could maybe keep this costume? You know, just in case we need it again sometime?" She looked at him, surprise and understanding dawning in her eyes. "Of course," she said softly. "Whatever you want, babe." As they made their way up to their apartment, trophy in hand and the memory of an unforgettable night fresh in their minds, he felt a sense of excitement and curiosity bubbling up inside him. This Halloween had opened up a door he never knew existed, and he found himself wondering what might lie beyond it. Months had passed since that fateful Halloween party, and the memories of that night had faded into a humorous tale the couple shared with friends over drinks. The Minnie Mouse costume had been carefully packed away, a secret remnant of an adventure shared between the couple. Life had returned to its familiar rhythms, the excitement of that one evening relegated to a fond recollection. Until one unremarkable Wednesday. He arrived home from work, his mind still whirring from the day's tasks, the familiar briefcase in hand. As he set down his things and loosened his tie, he noticed his girlfriend across the room, an amused smile playing on her lips. She stood by the closet, holding something behind her back. "What's that?" he asked, his curiosity piqued. In response, she pulled out the Minnie Mouse costume, carefully preserved from that Halloween night. His eyes widened in surprise. "I was thinking, we should bring Minnie out again." Thanks for watching. The rest won't be viewable on YouTube, so check out Patreon if you want more.